How's it going, everybody? How are you getting on? Are you up to much? Are you up to much today? Did you get out of the bed yet? I got out of it there about half an hour ago, and I turned on me tablet, and I was over the moon. I was delighted because me favourite YouTuber had put up 2 new videos. I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy, but he's absolutely great. I think he's the brainiest. He's the brainiest of the YouTubers. His name is Thomas Sheridan, and he believes that the Americans landed on the moon, and I also believe that the Americans landed on the moon, which makes me feel brainy too. Because if he believes it, then if I believe it, then I automatically feel brainy as Thomas Sheridan, And he also talks about really scientific and fascinating stuff about how, black people used to live in Ireland and Britain thousands and thousands of years ago. He put up a video there today, and he was saying how it's possible that blacks used to live in Ireland and Britain thousands and thousands of years ago, and he was saying like they could have got to Ireland and England, with their boats, or they could have got through to the countries by a land bridge, or they could have done a bit of island hopping. They could have hopped on to Atlantis, hopped off Atlantis, and then hopped on to Ireland and Britain, really fascinating stuff. Like he's very fascinating. Like some people probably think that he just turns on the camera and he just blabs out whatever's going on in his head. But I don't think so. I think he's very, very, I think he's very reserved. He holds back, and he doesn't tell us everything. I don't think he's the sort of guy who just blabs out stuff, so he can try and get lots of likes and lots of videos and new subscribers. I don't think he's like that. I think he's trying to find out the truth, and that's why today he made a video about, the black Irish and the black English and the Brownies and the Leprechauns. Very serious stuff, lads. Very serious stuff. He also, Duh. He also made another video about Stanley Kubrick. I don't know if you know Stanley Kubrick. He was a movie man. He used to make movies, and Sheridan, he was on about 2001: A Space Odyssey, and he was on about Eyes Wide Shut, and that was interesting. But the really one, the two videos were interesting. But I thought the most interesting one was the one that he was explaining how it's possible that blacks used to live, they used to live in Ireland and Britain thousands and thousands of years ago. It is a great thing about Tom Sheridan. He gets you thinking about things. He really gets you thinking. So, I'm gonna put a link to the video in the description, and I want you to listen to what he's saying, because what he is telling us, it could change the time space continuum. It could revolutionize history as we know it. That the Brownies, we thought were mythical creatures, but really they were magic black people who travelled in their boats and possibly hopped across Atlantis all the way to Ireland thousands and thousands of years ago. So there you go, lads. Check it out anyway, lads. Check out the video. I think you're going to like it. Now, I forgot my intro, so this is me intro and my outro together. Slightly different here, lads. Trying to shake it up today. So here we go. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. one more time. This is the outro now. That was the intro, and here is the outro. It's it's kind of it's more or less the same as the intro. So here we go. Actually, I might change it. I might use Spatik. Use my name in the song. Da 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 da. Spatik, Spatik. Da 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 da. Spatik, Spatik, Spatik. Da 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 da. Spatik, Spatik. There you go, lads. There you go. And let's do your research about the leprechauns and the brownies and the black people. Do you know? Do your research. This could change the space-time continuum. Do you know what Thomas Sheridan, what he has shared with the world today, could change the fabric of reality as we know it. I wrote that bit down because I didn't want to forget that as the ending of the video. All right. Bye bye. 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 Bye bye.